Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Hello, Missy. Hello, Uncle. How are you guys? Okay, you gonna lay down, go see peace? Let's here. Have some blankie. You can cover up with the blankie. It's past her bedtime. I'm waiting for her to lay down, go snoozy. So yeah. So I did look up. I know we've kind of talked about like mythical, right? Mythical creatures and shit, like Bigfoot and stuff. And this one is monsters now, but I've tried to do monsters that people claim that they've actually seen or witnessed. And they've got pictures and videos and yeah, whatever. I just don't. There's so much of that shit I don't believe, because anytime I see a picture, it's a video, it's all shaky, they can't balance, it just don't make. There's a whole bunch of shit that don't make sense to me with this. That's with the Bigfoot's not on tonight. So what is today? This is Wednesday. Yeah. Okay. So I won't start completely yet, but it's almost past. What is your bedtime? See, now I'm on day shift, so normally I'm in bed by now. I'm usually in bed by 7, but when I'm off the next day, I'm allowed to stay up. But I get so used to going to bed early. Even the nights that I stay up, I'm usually in bed by 9. Ooh, that's like pushing it. That's late. Oh. Oh, it's our okay. You were joking. All right. I do have a bedtime though. Golly. It's a shame. I hear her rooting on something. What are you doing? What you doing? I was gonna say, you better be joking, because I'm always have my podcast at the same time. And hi, Michael. I always have my podcast at the same time, and you ain't never said nothing about no bedtime before, Uncle. What are you doing? You can get up there and go see these if you'd like. You can. It's past her bedtime. Oh, she definitely shocked me today, though. I was sitting up in my chair here, and she, all by herself, she jumps up in the damn chair. I was like, oh my God, this little bitch jumped already. No, okay, 10:30, I got you. Oh. See, now if I'm on midnights, I can stay up that late. But I usually don't, because I just don't I like my sleep too much, so I'm always in bed early. God, I can hear my neighbor's dogs all the way in here. Hi, V Team. How are you? Yep, she's right here. Come here, come here. Here, you want a piece of popcorn? And I'll get over here and I'll let her say hi. Come here. I got popcorn. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. Say hi. She's like, this again. I just said hi to the people on the other freaking thing. Mom. Oh, look at you. You're so silly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here, you want to go up here? You can go up here if you want. Get up there in the chair. She's like, hey, I can see you eye to eye up here. Mwah. Thank you. Oh, no, you can't have this. No, she can't have this drink. Hi, Spirit Stalker. How you guys doing? How's it going, girl? I was just letting some people get in here before I start talking about monsters. Hi, boo-boo. Yeah, she's thirsty. She needs to go drink the water in this thing right here. She can't. Hi, Gerald. She can't have Fireball. No, it may smell like candy, but it's definitely not candy. I think she likes the smell of the cinnamon, though. How you doing, Gerald? Are you working? Oh, no. She's not a rescue. She is my baby, and she is being trained as a therapy piggy like Cash was. And she's just learning so fast. So, yes, I adopted her. You going under the blinky? You can go under the blinky. There you go. She's trying new things all the time. Like she's just trying new. I'm trying her on new things every day. Hello, is Jarrell? I did that last time. I was like, how do I pronounce that again? Oh, I'm sure when I have spaghetti and I give her some that she'll like it. I think the only thing I have found that she doesn't like is she doesn't like a carrot that's not cooked, and she doesn't like celery. She spit it out. That's the only two things that she doesn't like. She'll eventually like carrots, but she doesn't care for them yet. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you feel better. I can relate about the back, my back and my neck and my hands. My carpal tunnel's been giving me a fit lately. I tell you what. So I'm gonna see what the pain doctor. I have to go to my pain doctor on Tuesday, so we're gonna see what he says for me to do because this carpal tunnel's getting me a bitch. This isn't food, honey. It's just a pen. Look at this thing. This is what she's doing. What you doing? Thank you. Can I start talking about my stuff? You gonna lay down, go sleepy? Cover up with the blanket. There you go. Good night. In case you fall asleep. I have a feeling you're not gonna fall asleep though. We're not gonna fall asleep, are we? No. I think you're gonna jump down off of there. And, be getting into shit. Yeah, the weather changes suck. I just wish it would just get cold and fucking stay that way. It's one day it's cold, one day it's hot. The next day it's fucking already going back up into the damn high 70s. Come on now, it's freaking winter. Sheesh. Anyway, okay. So we have talked about like mythical stuff, like Bigfoot and stuff, but this one is all of these are like mysteries of the unknown, because people say they've seen them and they pictures and videos, but is there really proof? I don't believe in a lot of these myself. So they're found everywhere in all cultures, all locations, all over the world. If you look at monsters from an anthropological sense, they're very often wild, dangerous, and aggressive, and often inescapably evil. They have human-like motivations and human-like or even godlike abilities. History reflects a lot of issues and fear. Monsters have been around for a long time. In Australia, the ancient Aboriginals would talk about the bunyip, which is a swamp-dwelling creature that would rise in the moonlight to slaughter his victims. Like, there's some of these that are just so... I don't know. I just don't believe in a lot of these. But let me know if you guys believe it or you think it's a myth. The Native Americans talked about horned serpents and thunder beams with wings that would roam the skies. In Northern Viking mythology, there are a number of monsters as well. You have trolls, elves, ogres. So we have all manner of horrible, strange monsters roaming the planet. Right, I know. I've said that about Mother Nature quite a few times. I think she needs to be on some damn medication. So, okay. No, you're going to fall. You can't. This is not food. My pen is not something you can chew on, honey. No. You need to just, it's not food. Okay. It's not food, baby. She keeps trying to eat my pen. So stop it. Stop it. Let me just hold it in this hand instead. So, is it possible that some monsters are not merely fictional characters? Are they flesh and blood creatures, blood-eating creatures? There are those who believe the answer is yes, and as evidence, they point to a beast that has been reported in England for centuries. In Bungay, England, on August 4th, 1577, as thunder and rain poured down, worshippers gathered inside of a church. Then they saw a monstrous creature with glowing red eyes crash through the front church doors and starts attacking the people inside. Dozens are wounded and 2 people are killed. It's said to have been one of the most feared monsters, called the Hellhound. Has anybody ever... Hi, Mandy. Has anybody ever heard of the Hellhound? I have not. It's said to have been... Okay, I read that. It was a creature has ran out and disappeared, and then it showed itself again 12 miles away in Blindborough, however you say it, and it attacked another church, killing 2 parishioners. Then it ran off and actually left claw marks in the church door, which is still visible today. They say it looks like black scorch marks. This black dog is an important story for this town and is found on the actual coat of arms. These big black dogs are known to be ill-fated, and when seen, it causes misfortune and death. What you doing? They date back to the 12th century. People consider this dog to be a direct manifestation of the devil. It's also called the Black Shuck or Hairy Jack. Even to this day, people claim they have seen him. I've never even heard of this one. Have you, Jarrell? You've heard of the Hellhounds? I have never heard of the Hellhounds. Honey, should I put you off the chair? Because, let me just take her off the chair because she's, come on, jump. Oh, careful. Okay. She keeps trying to eat my pen and my paper. So, yeah, I've never heard of the Hellhound. or a black shuck or hairy jack. Now, what have you heard about hellhounds, Jarrell? Is this something you guys believe is real, or do you believe that it's a myth? Because why would that many people, like, see, this is what I don't understand. How can that many people claim they've seen the same thing? And it's all, you have too? See, that's one I hadn't heard of. God, that's delicious. I've never heard of any of those. I'm just one, though, that actually about 3 years ago, I think, encountered one. You encountered one? Are you kidding me? Did you get it on video or like? What are you doing? Huh. I believe there could be some creatures. I don't believe in like glowing red eyes and y'all. Okay, so people that has followed me for a long time, y'all already know how I feel about Bigfoot. I don't believe in Bigfoot. I think they're full of shit. Anyone who claims it's a video, it's either so far away, it's a person in a fucking monkey suit, or they're shaky, or they can't focus, or there's always some excuse why they can't zoom in and keep a steady hand doing a fucking video. If there was such thing as a Bigfoot, you would have found one dead or bones or something by now to prove that they actually exist. And I really just don't believe in Bigfoot at all. Get out of here. See, now with the red eyes thing, now who's to say that if you shine a light or a certain light that you have in that direction, that their eyes aren't going to light up? Sort of like when you're driving and a fucking animal on the side of the road looks at you and their eyes light up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just think there's different things that could cause the eyes to look red. Like I've heard of this, I can't remember if I have it in here or not, but apparently it's some sort of something that's on this one road and it flies and it has red eyes, but yet it looks like a dog or wolf at the same time. Like a flying wolf with red eyes. Get out of here. Like I just don't believe that. Now, if I see it with my own eyes, I'm going to do all I can to try to get that on video. But like that one video about Bigfoot, it was a man. Y'all have heard me tell this story. It was a man and his son went out hunting. They're hunting. What's up about elevators? I'm doing well. How are you? Think of all the land that isn't visited by people. So there could be bones and other things out there that we don't. That's true. But until they're found, I don't believe it exists. That's what I'm saying. Like there's certain animals that their eyes will light up. As a cemetery is known to have devil rituals involved. They're supposed to be the devil's garden. Oh my God, guardian. Okay. I would have a videotape going the whole time. I would be having the video go the whole time. I would get noises. I would try to pick up pictures, videos, anything I could. And if I fucking see something looking at me with red fucking eyes, you can bet your ass I'm going to aim that freaking camera at it. What are you rooting over there? I got to keep an eye on her still. I don't know. I just, the guy and his son were hunting. They're hunting. And then you see a Bigfoot, and then you're a hunter. You see something that looks like a Bigfoot, and then you try your best to get your phone out and videotape it, and you can't even keep a steady hand to fucking videotape what you call. Why don't you fucking shoot it? You went hunting. Shoot it. And you want people to believe you saw a Bigfoot, but you don't fucking shoot it. What is wrong with you? And you just run. Oh, we got to run. Fucking shoot it. I'm going to fucking shoot it. If I see one, I'm going to shoot it. Red eyes are good. Right. Yes, it's going to get a red dot back at it. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you right now, if something comes up to my yard or if I'm out somewhere and I think it's a fucking Bigfoot, I'm going to fucking shoot it. And then I'm going to have proof. And then I'm going to be rich. Because I'll be the only one that actually shows proof that it exists. Because I'm telling you. Then they shouldn't be hunters. If you get shaky and you can't keep a steady hand, why are you a fucking hunter? What's up? Hadn't seen you in a while, Art. How you doing? And hi, Lily. I don't know. I'm sorry. That the dad and the son, that is the biggest crock of shit I've ever freaking heard in my life. You both are armed. You're both so-called hunters, but you'd rather grab a phone and can't even get a video because you're too shaky and can't even zoom in on. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous, those two. And they want us to believe that. Come on. The crock of shit. Oh, well, good for you. All right. So anyway, there's another monster that is believed to be there as well. It has an even greater fascination and fear. It's known as the Beast of Exmoor, Exmoor. Well, I don't care. I'm trained with adrenaline. I can I don't care. It's just an excuse. Right. If they followed it, they could have found Elvis. That's I'm just saying. It's just so ridiculous. I don't believe in Bigfoot, and I've made it known that I don't. Oh, I have Loch Ness coming. Nessie's in here. But I just started. Okay, so in Exmoor, England, in May of 2021, there were people walking through a field in a royal preserve. They captured video footage of a large black cat-like animal roaming in the grass. It's about 7 feet long and stands 2.5 feet at the shoulders, solid black with green eyes. Okay, so when I looked at it, I kind of looked at the video, and this video was like far away. How the fuck can you tell it has green eyes is what I want to know. That thing was so far away. How do you know that it has green eyes? And yeah, it does sound like a panther. It's a big ass panther to me. There are no cat species native to England that resembles black panthers. Some believe that was in fact the Beast of Exmoor. He is way larger than a panther. They are known to look for livestock and attack them. Sheep farmer Eric Lay in 1983 reported finding over 100 of his sheep killed in a very violent way. Their throats were ripped out and disemboweled. There was over a $1,000 offered to anyone who brought in the beast, dead or alive. The Royal Marines were even sent out to investigate and try to catch him, but were unsuccessful. Right. Hey, Fluffies. Yeah, like, this is, how the fuck do you know it had green eyes? You are out of your mind. Come on. There's just little shit like that makes me go, you're full of it. You got video footage of a panther far away that didn't see you. So in Zhangjiakou, something, China, in October 2017, 120 miles from Beijing, residents make an extraordinary discovery. In their local field, they find a 60-foot long set of bones, 60 feet set of bones belonging to a highly unusual animal. The remains had antlers, claws, and a long serpentine body, very dragon-like. Researchers were baffled, but locals believed it's a dragon. Dragons are a huge part of Asian culture. They're an important symbol for many and have been for many years. They symbolize knowledge, wisdom, and otherworldly power. A lot of elders portray themselves as descendants from dragons. They're very present in their imaginations. And their imaginations is exactly what it is. Scientists remain very skeptical of the remains being of a real dragon. People from Italy, West Africa, Mexico, and New Mexico all believe it was a dragon. They are all believe that dragons have a similar look and believe they still exist. They are all said to be reptilian in nature, with scales, with claws and wings, a long tail with stingers at the end, sharp teeth, and the ability to breathe fire. I just don't. I would have to see those bones in person for myself to make sure that somebody didn't just go put that together out there and go, oh, look what we found. You know, I don't trust people not to do that. And they're, oh, look at what we found. Like, it was already a skeleton. So this long ass 60-foot snake thing's been laying in your property and you're just now seeing it. Really? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't you, no nibbies. No nibbies on the, hey, come here. No nibbies on the zipper. Thank you. But there was no ocean there. That where this was, it was on somebody's land that they'd come across it, and it was no water or ocean or anything. So I don't. Okay, so is it possible that many dragons described in legends throughout the world were just fictional? Were they real? People claim to have had encounters with the actual dragons. They were described as real stories and not fables. They were written in historical facts. In the 8th century, there's an example recorded by St. John Damascus, where the Roman army were surprised when a large creature described as a dragon rises up behind them. They fought and ultimately slay the creature, and they skin it and brought the skin back to Rome. Why would you skin it? Why wouldn't you just take the whole fucking thing back? Like, I don't. A city in Germany called Vlaams is famous for their dragon slayer. In the 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries, they hung up dragon bones all across the city to prove the dragons were real. Now, some researchers, they believe that giant winged serpents still exist today. Well, okay, so back then, weren't dinosaurs still like, I don't know. Wasn't there a bird? Hold on, I'm getting there. Here it is. Hold on, we're getting there. In the early 20th century, they state numerous sightings of a flying creature that is known as the Van Meter, Iowa visitor. It has huge 8-foot bat-like creature with huge leather bat-like wings and a horn on its head. And for 5 nights, it terrorized this town until it descended back down into a coal mine, disappearing. It was never seen in that town again. Oh, I don't know. God, I fucking love that movie, Pete's Dragon, though. Hey, Sue, they could have been talking about somebody's ex-wife. They very, very well could be. Beginning in the Triassic period, 220 million years ago, there was an animal that actually looked like a dragon. It was called a Tyrannosaurus. That fucking bird thing with the horn and the wings. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's that thing called? I don't think I have it right. It's the wing. It's that bird that would, in the dinosaur days. I can't. Triceratops. Okay, maybe that's it. It's a winged reptile, wings and a horn with long nose and fangs. It is known to have gone extinct. Pterodactyl. Yes, the pterodactyl. Is there another one, the Triceratops? Isn't there? Anyway, it was the pterodactyl. Right. The animal was also found in carvings and bones found in fossils. It's possible that these animals survived extinction. Do you think, hey, what's up, girl? Do you think that some of these survived extinction and that they still exist? I mean, don't you think we would have seen them flying around or something if they would have? Hi. How you doing, girl? Well, an alligator, yeah, I do feel that isn't okay. So I have always felt that alligators are from the dinosaur. That's the only dinosaur left. I do know that there was a pterodactyl dinosaur. The tortoise is considered a dinosaur? I know the pterodactyls existed. They've found the bones. They have found all that. And yes, I believe that they used to. I don't think that they actually still do. This is just my opinion, though, because I think we would have seen their asses flying around or something. I don't know. Y'all know how I feel about this shit. I have to see this shit to believe it. I'm weird like that. In the Philippine Sea, there's a beast called the Kraken. It's located south of Japan, very cold waters, and home to some of the craziest species on Earth. At approximately 9:15 a.m. on September 30th, 2004. Yes, there was a T-Rex. I believe in that too. Yes, I do. A tortoise is? I did not know that. Well, shows how much I fucking pay attention. Okay. Scientists monitoring a digital camera 1/2 mile below the surface captured images of a creature that had never been photographed before. The giant squid. Scientists were excited because they had only heard stories and myths. about it, and now they have proof. In 2019, another group of marine biologists recorded stunning video of the giant squid for only the second time ever. Filmed at a depth of 2,500 feet, shows a 12-foot-long giant squid attempting to devour a lure that looked like a jellyfish. The giant squid had 8 arms, 2 tentacles, and at the end of these tentacles are clubs. These clubs are what brings the prey in towards their mouth, which is like a beak. Their structure, they have smaller teeth structures inside of the beak. So it's got this long, it's a round hole with this beak, but inside the beak is all these hundreds of teeth in there. Get out. You are not getting the popcorn, young lady. No, ma'am. No, you can't have it. I got to see where I left off. They get up to 40 to 45 feet long, about as long as a school bus. You cannot get to that popcorn. They were always a myth about these monster squid-like creatures that would attack and capsize ships and devour the crew. We're said to have, no, man, excuse me. No, you can't have the popcorn. She's after this fucking popcorn, y'all. They were said to be huge octopus-like creatures that wrapped their tentacles around the boat, and then that was called the Kraken. It is known to be the most evil and diabolical of all sea creatures and has a taste for human flesh. In 1861, a French Navy vessel, the Electon, actually spotted a large kraken, or what they believed to be a kraken, floating on the surface. They didn't want to launch a small boat because they were afraid it would attack it. They got as close as they could, tried to shoot it, harpoon it, and get a noose, and tried to lift it out of the water, but then it sank. That was taken as a historical fact. They have scientific facts that they can get up to 50 feet long. So it's possible that they can get much larger. Now, I do believe the squid one because somebody finally reported there was a large, huge squid that washed up on some ocean, on the beach, like those whales that were beaching themselves or whatever, and they come up, apparently this like 40-foot fucking octopus yeah, I do believe in, I don't know about it. Okay, so they're saying that this thing was so fucking big that it would come up and wrap its tentacles around the boat and capsize the boat and eat all the crew. And that part, I just don't believe that. Don't believe that at all. If you were to Google the Kraken, Kraken, you could even see the videos and the pictures is what I'm talking about. Is it? Oh yeah, I don't like that. I don't like to swim in water I can't see underneath me. What, boo-boo? Yeah. So in 1978, the Pacific Ocean, the U.S. Naval USS Stein was on patrol. It suddenly attacked from underneath and it disabled the vessel's sonar dome, which made them stop and return to port. They discovered that the heavy rubber coating of the sonar dome was torn to shreds. There were giant claw marks on the rubber, and there were actually claws left and caught into the rubber. Some of the scratches were over 4 foot long, and they actually found several hooked claws embedded into the rubber. So since they know that the Kraken has teeth inside of teeth and smaller claws on their suckers, it's imagined that it was monstrous by the size of the claws that were embedded. The claws were taken to the marine biologists to try to figure out what this would be, but they were unsure of what species it would belong to because of the size of them. Scientists know that it's possible there be a Kraken of that size, but have never seen proof yet. So they've never seen one bigger than the 50-foot long one. That's the biggest one that's been seen so far. Right? Your hooves are very sharp. Yes, they're sharp. Yes, baby. Yes. She's so stinking cute. I can't stand it. Also in our oceans, there's what's known as a giant whale. This one I also believe. In the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, about 850 miles from Portugal, is an island known as the Azores. They are known to have beautiful sightings of massive sperm whales there. Sperm whales leap out of the ocean and crash back down into the sea. They do that to things start growing on their back. And they go up and they try to slam the water to get them to come off of them. Okay, they can get up to 65 feet long, and they make loud sounds and clangs that can be heard up to 12 miles away under the water. They can go below 1,000 feet deep and stay underwater for 2 hours. They live in the water and in the pure darkness, but they are breathing mammals. The largest sperm whale known weighs 80 tons. And they seem quite passive today. But back in the day, they were hunted by sailors. They were considered to be deadly monsters. The whaling industry was huge at one point, and they were considered to be deadly monsters. Oh, sorry. So many things ran on whale oil. In the 1800s, there were over 650 whaling ships sailing around the world at one time in every ocean. Hunting sperm whales, burning the blubber into oil to put into barrels and bringing that home to light lamps, run small machinery to create candles, etc. They were known to become aggressive and destroy small boats. What wouldn't become aggressive, though, if it's trying to defend itself from someone trying to kill it? Wouldn't you? Right? I mean, if they feel that they're in fear, don't you think they're going to try to kill something smaller than they are? I sure the fuck would. It inspired the book Moby Dick, which told the story of Captain Ahab, a native whaler obsessed with hunting down and killing his nemesis, Moby Dick. He was a whale that wanted revenge and was dangerous towards the hunters. The book has started people to believe that the great white whales are monsters and caused fear of them. The largest seen to date is over 80 feet long. They have the largest brain on Earth and are known to be very intelligent. Approximate weight of a whale brain is 20 pounds. It's unknown, though, if a whale can feel pain or sadness or anger. They are still studying their behavior. So they did tell this one story. I believe, okay, so I do believe the whale thing. I do believe in the large whale thing. And I do believe that anything with a heart and has a soul can feel pain. They told the story of this one whale who gave birth to a stillborn calf. And she would not let this calf go. And she constantly pushed the calf. And she would have it on her back and head and keep it going with the whole pod. And when she would get tired, even her family members in her pod would help push this calf because they knew she wasn't ready to give up her calf. The story was amazing. Would you quit chewing my blanket? Girl, stop chewing it. No nibbies. Stop it. No nibbies. No nibbies on my blanket. You do not rip my blanket, young lady. Anyway, I forgot what her name was. Anyway, I think it was 12,000 miles in the ocean that she pushed this calf. For months, she pushed this calf. And she finally was able to set this calf free, and she let it sink. But that was just, I'm sorry, that tugs at my heartstrings a little bit, because you're like, oh my God, she did not want to let go of her baby. That's just amazing. I just find that amazing. Anyway, they found the story of this whale, and they saw the whale again a couple of months later, and she was acting funny. So this one girl who has traveled with this pod, so this is their whole family is called a pod. So she jumped in and was watching to find out, because all of the other members, the family members, were surrounding her. So they didn't know if she was dying, and they were like guarding her or saying farewells to her or whatever. She had another calf. She was giving birth, and the calf was fine. And that shit, it took over her sadness. So I don't know. I just thought that was an amazing story. Y'all can Google. Okay. I will talk to you later. You guys can Google about the, I don't know what her name is. It's, anyway, it was, like a Shamu whale. What the fuck is that whale? Anyway, it was a Shamu whale that didn't want to give away give up her calf. You guys could Google that and freaking watch it. It's absolutely amazing story. They mourn. I'm sorry. I don't care. I feel that they can feel pain and sadness, and an orca. That's right. It's an orca. She was an orca. It's an amazing story. You guys should look that up. I wish I could remember her name. It was amazing. Okay, another monster who is well known is Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie. It's not in the oceans, though. It's in a lake in the Scottish Islands. Okay, so Loch Ness, Scotland, December 2018. Ricky Phillips was walking his dog along the lake and sees a strange disturbance in the water. I didn't mean to make anybody sad, but I was just making the point that they feel sadness and anger and fear and all of that. I feel that they feel that. He took out his camera and started photographing this disturbance going on in the water, and he noticed a large black animal with a 4-foot neck. The monster's the most famous and has been reported around the world. It goes back decades, and people say they have encountered Nessie. Some say they have videos and pics of it. Starting in 565 AD, St. Columba, who was a Christian missionary from Ireland, came to Loch Ness, and he told the story of how he'd seen the monster. Said he'd beaten it back by using the power of the cross. There have been more sightings of this monster more than any other. Some early sightings were on July 5th, 1965. They say they saw it while they were camping, and it was about 50 feet long. It had shark-like fins. It was jet black. It had a very long neck. In 1933, a spinster innkeeper, Janet Fraser, said the monster's head was shaped like a snake and like a bit of a horse, with a long neck, and in the middle were two flippers, and its eyes were like vehicle headlights. Because you came in through Facebook, if you come in through YouTube, if you have a YouTube account, if you come in through Facebook, you're only going to see whoever else is on Facebook. If you come in through YouTube and have a YouTube account, then you can see everybody's live. Like if you come in through Instagram, you'll only see people from Instagram's comments. So if you have a YouTube account and follow Copper Lolly on YouTube, it'll show that I'm live on YouTube, and then you can come into the live chat and see everybody's comment. Okay. Long neck and two flippers, and the eyes were like vehicle lids. Okay, they said the animal moved around for over an hour. She's curled up behind me. All the sightings from different people were always the exact same account. Researchers and scientists are still to this day searching for the creeper on Loch Ness. In 2021, there were 6 sightings that year and 10 that came from the Loch Ness webcam. Could there really be an actual Nessie? Are people possibly seeing other sea creatures, but put it in their heads that this is Nessie? The researchers won't stop until something is found. One theory is that it's just an elongated eel. It's very possible. Even though eels are not known to swim with their heads out of the water. Where was I? People have stated they have sighted Nessie from all over the world, not just Ireland. Some places are like Lake Champlain, Okanagan, or Lake Como and Lake Brosno. It could be something as the Lake Monster Belt. That lines of latitude between 40 and 60 degrees north of the northern hemisphere. If you plot these sightings across the maps of the world, they all fall within that belt. They believe that something within that latitude belt that has perfect conditions for them to exist. So maybe something within that belt is causing something to grow large. I don't know. Some men I know should go there. In Greene County, Pennsylvania, December 2002, late one night, 16-year-old James West heads out to behind his property to hunt coyotes. He was waiting and he sees something frightening. He turned the light on, and about 10 feet in front of him was this large creature on all fours, sniffing the ground. He thought to himself, this is the biggest coyote he has ever seen in his life. He said he had a huge, massive head and a long body. He said when it looked at him, it lifted itself up on the 2 rear legs, and it was 7 to 8 feet tall. I'm Copper Lolly on YouTube. Kim? Copper Lolly, COPPERLOLLI. Or you can just look up fireballs and F-bombs, and that should bring you right to it as well. He said the snout was about 8 inches long with massive upper arms, huge pecs, and looked like a huge werewolf. Is it? I don't know anything about that belt, but 40 to 60 degrees above the northern hemisphere there. It stepped towards him and he shot it in the chest. He said it yelped loudly and took off. He said he will never forget it and he still has flashbacks of it. James is just one of hundreds of people that claim to have seen the monster known as the Dog Man. This I absolutely do not believe. I don't believe a dog is going to stand up on its hind legs like that. I think maybe an orangutan, maybe, or a monkey. What the fuck? I mean, is a dog really going to stand up and be 8 feet tall on his fucking hind legs? Come on. I don't care. Not even a bear. Yeah, maybe a certain type of a bear. Yeah, absolutely. Could be. Dogman is different than a werewolf. Werewolves are known to shapeshift from human to wolf and back to human. Dogman does not change. It's part man, part dog. Come on now. It can walk on all fours or two like a man. He really started getting popular back in the 80s when a creature in Wisconsin was seen feasting on roadkill and chasing cars. Since then, it's blown up with sightings. The really important thing to understand about why people believe in monsters is that people see them. Many people claim to have seen the Dog Man. So far, there's no proof of his existence, which is also the case of the other monsters of myth. The squid, I believe, absolutely 100%. And the whale, I believe, absolutely 100%. I don't believe in Bigfoot. I don't believe in Loch Ness. I don't believe in Dogman. I just don't believe in this bunch of BS. But seeing is believing. If I see it for myself, I'll believe it. But I have to see it. I'm just that type of person. I will not believe it until I see it for myself. Saying something is a legend does not mean it's not true. What it means is it hasn't been accepted into this discourse. Saying something is a monster doesn't mean it isn't real. There you are. What's your thoughts? Have y'all seen any? Do you believe? What do you believe in? What do you not believe in? What are your thoughts on all this? This is all I've got. That's all I've got for the monsters. I just told you what I believed and what I didn't believe. I believe the squid and I believe the whale. That's it. I don't believe none of that land crap. Don't believe in Loch Ness Monster. I don't believe in the chupacabra is whatever, all the different names for Bigfoot. Don't believe in none of that. Are you comfy, baby? Oh, she's curled up around my back. I don't believe in Dogman. I don't believe in the Kraken. I believe in large squid, but I don't believe in the Kraken that tips over boats and eats the crew. That's a little too much, I think. That's what I totally agree. We would have found, but and the fucking bird thing, that pterodactyl thing. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that they still exist. If I see the proof, I'll believe it. If I actually see something for myself, I'll believe it. But until then, I just don't. That's just, I don't know. That's the way I've always been. I'm stubborn that way. I have to see it for myself. It does make for good movies, yeah. And that's why that makes such a good book. And it ends up, all the kids have to read it growing up. You know, the, what's that fucking, the whale. What was the whale one? Where is it? A Moby Dick. That's it. That it makes for popular stories. That's what I'm saying. It's interesting stuff. But is it really myth or is it really real? That's the thing. A lot of people believe that it's real. But a lot of people claim that they've actually seen them in person. So to them, maybe they saw it to believe it. What I think is they don't realize what they saw. I think in being excited or scared or whatever it is that they were feeling, maybe they put it in their heads what they thought that they saw, like a Bigfoot or something. I don't know. I think they saw it like a bear. That's the two that I believe too, Lily. Absolutely. I don't believe in dragons. I think even back in the day when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, I don't think there was dragons. I think the pterodactyl looks like it would, it has the wings and the long nose and the fangs and the pterodactyl. One time I took a pic of my hubby as he was walking while wailing his hands. He looked like a Bigfoot. That's awesome. Yes, it is. And it's I've been a ghost hunter now for 4 years. And unless I see it, I never believed in ghosts until I saw my first one. I didn't think they existed until I saw my first one. And when I saw my first one, I couldn't fucking sleep for a week because I saw some chick fucking hovering off the ground 8 inches. So that's what got me fascinated and started in ghost hunting. When I see something for myself is when I believe it. But if I see a fucking Bigfoot, you can bet your ass you're going to be able to see it in a video, and I'm going to shoot it, and then you're going to see it dead laying there. Because if it comes after me, I'm going to shoot it, but I'm going to be trying to follow it to find, I'm going to follow it. And if I shoot at it and miss, he's going to be scared of me. So he's going to run away from me. So I'm going to chase his ass. I'm weird about the aliens. I really don't know what to think about the aliens. That's another, is it real or is it myth? That I should have put that one on here. It's just another thing. Like, so many people, there's people out there that claim that they got kidnapped by the aliens and taken to the fucking ship and like had things shoved up their butt. Like, it's crazy the things that people claim the craziest shit, and they say that they were kidnapped and by aliens, and I don't know. What are you putting in your yard when you move to Georgia? Like a camera? And congratulations on your retirement, Kim. My friend Camacho Spot. Kim is a drill instructor with me. And she just retired. And congratulations, girlfriend. Well, okay. So what aliens is it that you believe in then? Because they're saying that they were outside and they were seeing these lights, and the lights came down and it was a big ship, and they came and they took him up, and like it's Like it's crazy. And I'm right behind you, Kim. Listen, I got less than 2 years. And yes, Kim is law enforcement. She is in Bradenton, Florida, which is Central Florida. Yep, her name is Kim, and yep, she's law enforcement, and I've known her for many, many years, and she's wonderful. So, a UFO is just an unidentified flying object. So it could be almost anything. Now, I have seen these people that have videos, and so there are some strange things. So I can believe, hold on a minute. I can believe that maybe other planets have life that we haven't realized yet. I think maybe, because we're sending out things to try to, I think they're just fucking curious, and they could be even smarter than we are. They're sending things to try to see what the fuck is here. You know, I don't know if I believe that somebody was kidnapped and raped or poked, or I don't know. They say that they you can watch these video of these people that claim that they got taken up into the ship, and what they look like, and how they sounded, and how they did these surgeries on them to take blood and to figure out what the fuck they were. What language do we speak? All that shit. Like, I can believe that there might be life on other planets, and they're just as curious as we are. That could be BS too. Like, I don't know, but I mean, yeah, I know. But there's really people, and I don't know if they're just making this shit up because they want attention. I don't know. I don't know. There's the three guys were fishing buddies or something. They were out fishing, and this fucking alien ship came down, and it only took one of the guys. It took one of them, and the other two went to try to find the police officers and call it in, and the guy was kidnapped by the alien from the guys that were still on Earth. And then the guy was found dropped somewhere like 20 miles away. And then the guy was saying, oh, yeah, this is what happened to me while I was here and here and here. And they were really only gone a matter of, however long it took for him to be dropped off 20 miles a fucking way. I don't know. I don't know. The aliens thing is really iffy for me. The Bigfoot, definitely not. I just don't. I don't know. I'd have to, again, if I saw a UFO with the lights, and the lights shooting here, there, and yonder, and all the one turns into 3 and then turns to 5 and then go back to 1, and then it shoots straight up 100 miles an hour. I don't know what I would think if I saw that shit. Now, I've seen those videos. It's very interesting. What the fuck could that be? And you're right, Spirit Stalker. It is so big. It just can't be us. I'm sure there is life somewhere else. There's got to be life somewhere other than this planet. I mean, am I the only one that feels that? Like, we've been to some of the planets that are around us, and we know that the ones that are near the sun is too hot. I mean, but what kind of creature could live there? There really isn't. But okay, so here's Pluto. All my whole years of living, Pluto was a planet. And then all of a sudden, Pluto's not a planet anymore, and they have Planet X now. That's a planet. How is Pluto not a planet anymore? How do they figure that Pluto isn't a planet anymore, and then all of a sudden Planet X is a planet? Why wouldn't it just be an extra planet out there? Like what makes Pluto not a planet anymore? You know? Make sense? What I'm saying? She is dead ass asleep on my back. Smells fishy. It does. It's weird. I don't understand. Like that upset me. I was like, well, why would they say Pluto's not a planet anymore? And I agree, these new generation of people trying to change everything. I don't understand. But here's what I don't understand, what makes it not. It was a planet for so many years, and then all of a sudden it's not a planet anymore. What makes it not be a planet? Because Planet X was found. It doesn't make fucking sense to me. But if we can have life on ours and the planets behind us, I mean, would it just be too cold then? Because the further away you get from the sun, like, I don't understand. Like, why couldn't there be life on the planets behind us? That sit behind us away from the sun. There are things that just don't make sense. I need answers. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense to me. Because, I mean, am I the only one? When I grew up in school, Pluto was a planet. And you had to learn all of your planets. You remember? Hey, Bree! That's what I'm saying, Bree. There's got to be life on somewhere else out there. Space is so fucking huge. So I'm sure they're just as curious as we are. We're sending shit to Mars and the moon and all that, and maybe they're just more advanced and they're curious of what the fuck we are here on this planet. Pluto was the coldest planet. Yeah, because it was the farthest away from the sun, right? Nighthawk says, Google it. Yeah, just Google is for everything. I'm just wondering if somebody knows, though. I'm just talking about, it's just, I'm curious. It just doesn't make any sense. Pluto has been a planet for so many years. Don't unplanet it just because Planet X is found. Leave it a planet. We have an extra planet now. Hey, we have an extra planet now, Planet X. You just don't demote. Pluto just got fucking demoted. Saying the sun is a dwarf star and Pluto is a dwarf planet. Well, you don't fucking know. Yeah, poor Pluto got the shaft. I'm saying he got the shaft. Poor little Pluto. I don't know. I hear Pluto, I think of the dog. But yeah, poor Pluto got the shaft. I mean, hey, I've been a planet and not a planet anymore. What the hell? Hold on. Bree wants to see her niece. Hold on. Oh, this is her booty. She's sleeping right along my back. certain criteria to be a planet. Then they found out that Pluto did not. Well, don't you okay, so here's my thing, Kim. Before you make it a planet, then make sure that the criteria fits or doesn't fit when you name it a planet. So it should have never been named a planet. Don't name it a planet and then 100 years later, oh, it's not a planet anymore. Yeah, I think, yeah, this one down here, she's ready for bed because, I mean, yeah. She is right up. Oh, I just woke her up. Oh, my goodness. Are you about ready for Betty Buys, honey? Can you see her? She's sleeping. Yeah, I know. Well, they should have. That's just me. Make sure they have the criteria to be a planet before it's named a planet. If it's already named a planet, don't add the criteria later that, oh, it doesn't have this criteria. We can't call it a planet anymore. If it was initially marked a planet, then fucking leave it. Don't fucking demote it. Poor planet. I tell you what, I feel bad for Pluto. Planet X had to come up and demote his ass. Oh, for God's sake. Anyway. So let's see. When's my next one? I don't know. When do you guys want me to have another one? I'm off. Well, I can't. I'll be off again on Monday. I'm off Thursday and Friday, but I have doctor's appointments and a lot of stuff going on. Kind of like cops back in the day. If they were still around today, they would be demoted to records clerks. That's true. Actually, yeah. But if you think about it, today's cops don't have nearly enough training as we did back in the fucking day. We were allowed to be cops back in the fucking day. Today, you got to go kiss Karen's ass and be happy for the cameras. I think today's new cops don't have the proper training. We had proper training back in the day. Yeah, listen, girl, I can't wait to fucking retire. I am burnt the hell out. I'm so burnt. So anyway, I got a lot to do Thursday and Friday, and then I work Saturday, Sunday. So Monday night will be my next one, and it will be beautiful vacation getaway locations. Because I thought, you know what? It's the beginning of the year. And if somebody wants to plan a good vacation, I'm going to throw out some good vacation. I'm going to try to pick different countries and like popular places. And, you know, like prices and flight, you know, all that stuff I tried to do. So it was kind of fun to do. So that I will do Monday. And just a quick thing, really quick. If you have not been watching the news, I don't really watch the news much, but I have heard they believe they have found Amelia Earhart's airplane. They still have to bring the plane up and confirm that it's hers, but they do believe they found her plane. I was thinking of maybe doing a podcast of Amelia Earhart in case people forgot or didn't know much about her, and I would just talk talk about it and get everybody ready. And I'm still waiting for them to bring up the plane and confirm that it was hers. And I'm just so curious if the skeletons are still inside the plane. I can't say where. I saw it on the news. The guy has this new thing that when he flies it over the top of the ocean, it can see deeper down into the ocean to see what's in there. And this was on the flight plan that she was supposed to go on, and they see a plane down there. So they're working on getting there, and the boats that can with the big cranes, and they're supposed. I don't know how deep this fucking thing is. So I was told that it is deeper than the Titanic was. So I don't know when they're going to be able to bring it up. But they do believe it's Amelia Earhart. It looks like the plane is still intact as well. But it has been down there so long now, they're afraid that when they try to, it might fall apart. So, anyway, I was thinking about doing one about Amelia Earhart. What's your thoughts on that? Or if you have anybody you want to talk about. Oh, I need to stretch my legs out. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay, cool. Sweet. I will work on that. I will do the vacation one on Monday, and then I will work on the Amelia Earhart. Yeah, again, I'm going to say what I always say. If you have any podcast titles you want to talk about or discuss, or conversations, or something that needs to be vented, or anything like that, or you just have questions, send those to me, and I'll make it happen. We'll talk about, discuss, whatever, ASAP. So, I have been on here long enough. I am going to be live on Clapper for, I don't know, a little while longer. I'm going to move this little one because it's almost bedtime, and pick up behind myself here and get all my pills taken and all that shit. So, and then the vacation, well, that's done and ready to go already. It's done. I worked on that already. Thanks for coming in tonight, Kim. It was so good to see you, and congratulations again on your retirement, girlfriend. I miss you. I love you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and joining me and Topaz tonight. And I will be seeing y'all soon. What did I say? Monday, right? Yeah, I'll see y'all Monday.